Genesis 8. Going to be covering here on the restorations right after the flood. Now, in the days of the flood, man grew wicked and grew evil to the point where it grieved God. It grieved him. It grieved him to where he said, "I'm just going to wipe him out." So God helped Noah by building the ark, by giving him the measurements of the ark, tell him what they need to be, what kind of wood he needed to use, and Noah obeyed and stood his ground. And so it was one man and his family against the world. And they were laughing at him. They were mocking him. They were saying he was a joke. What are you building? They had probably never even seen about it at the time. They're like, that is the weirdest house I've ever seen in my life. That's probably what they're thinking. It's a huge, 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 huge house. And then all of a sudden it starts raining. The floodwaters came. And if you could imagine for 1 second just being Noah, some people think, oh, he'd be smiling, he'd be happy. You know, it'd be pretty hard. Because he was there days before pleading with probably his friends, pleading with probably everybody he knew, please come onto the ark. There's plenty of room for you. Please come onto the ark so your life may be spared. They're probably thinking at the time, where's the restoration now? We're just going to live on a boat for the rest of our lives with all these animals? Well, God showed love. Genesis 8. But God remembered Noah and all the wild animals and the livestock that were with him in the ark. And he sent wind over the earth, and the waters receded. Now the springs of the deep and the floodgates of the heavens had been closed, and the rain had stopped falling from the sky. The water receded steadily from the earth. At the end of the 150 days, the water had gone down, and on the 17th day of the 17th month, the ark came to rest on the mountains of Ararat. The waters continued to recede until the 10th month, and on the first day of the 10th month, the tops of the mountains became visible. So right there's hope. So first, Noah acted in faith by building the ark, and then he saw some hope. He saw the top of the mountains. He waited 7 more days and again went and sent out the dove from the ark. When the dove returned to him in the evening, there in its beak was a freshly plucked olive leaf. Then Noah knew that the water had receded from the earth. He waited 7 more days and sent out the dove and set the dove out again, but this time it did not return to him. By the first day of the first month of Noah's 601st year, the water had dried up from the earth. Noah then removed the covering from the ark and saw that the surface of the ground was dry. By the 27th day of the second month, the earth was completely dry. Then God said to Noah, "Come out of the ark, you and your wife and your sons and their wives. Bring out every kind of living creature that is with you, the birds, the animals, all the creatures that move along the ground, so that they can multiply on the earth, be fruitful, and increase in the number upon it." So Noah came out together with his sons and his wife and his sons' wives, all the animals and all the creatures that move along the ground, and all the birds. Everything that moves on the earth came out of the ark, one kind after another. Then Noah built an altar to the Lord, and taking some of the clean animals and clean birds, he sacrificed burnt offerings on it. The Lord smelled the pleasing aroma and said in his heart, "Never again will I curse the ground because of man, even though every inclination of his heart is evil from childhood. And never again will I destroy all living creatures as I have done. As long as the earth endures, seed time and harvest, cold and heat, summer and winter, day and night will never cease." That's God's covenant. God's love that hasn't been broken until this very day. All have sinned and fall short to the glory of God. But he still loves us.